Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and you guys have asked me before, Dalaran, how do you play so defensive? How can you survive so well as a rogue? I always keep dying as soon as I come out of stealth. Can you help me? And yes I can, that's why I'm making this video right here. So here's a great example for footage, a hectic BG that I was able to record during my live stream. And in this BG, I'm pretty much trying to stay offensive at all times. And that kind of leads into, how do you play rogue? As a rogue, I don't think there's ever really a great way to play defensive. You can stave off damage, but for the most part as a rogue you play offensively. And you do that by, again, staving off damage. And what I mean by that, you use coolies to prevent damage being done to you, and usually the coolies are done for heavy damage. You would use something like a cloak in order to make sure you don't get feared or caught in a polymorph. So why wouldn't you use defensives like Vanish and Evasion and Wall in the same manner? Also, that's how I apply my Feint. Feint is an ability that should be spammed, not spammed, but maintained at all times if you're in an area where you're rooted, where you're stunned, where you polymorph, whether you are feeling like you're about to take a load of damage at you. And that is a video I'll make entirely on its own about Feint. But Feint is an ability that you can use whether you run Elusiveness or not, which you should be running Elusiveness, and it's something that can be a lifesaver. But outside of that, outside of just using Feint, I use CC in order to mitigate damage. I use crowd control in order to stop my enemies from dealing damage to me. That's one of the ways I can mitigate damage. Another, I can run. I can simply run away and outrun it and line of sight my damage. That is something you should be able to do as a rogue. Here in this clip right now, I'm using Evasion in order to stave off enemy damage. It's not about him. I know that he's going to deal damage to me. I just want to ignore as much of it as possible. That's why I popped Evasiveness. And with Evasiveness, I'm able to dodge a portion of his attacks as long as I'm facing the DK, so I can continue my onslaught onto the monk. Being able to, so I can continue lining up my combo points, lining up my damage, lining up my stuns, and I'm staying offensive because I'm using my abilities like such as Wall right here in order to go defensive to the point where I can continue, pushing out damage with an ease. So right now I'm sitting in a deep inside and I'm able to go over here and take out the hunter right here. But did I play defensive at all times here? No, I went for CC, I went for damage, I got to recuperate up when it was convenient, but for the most part I'm just staying off as offensive as possible. In here, in a bad moment, I go in for DFA, get gripped by DK, but the DFA pulls me back to the hunter when I'm able to deal as much damage as possible, and then I'm going to just outrun the DK since there's no point of dealing with him. I'm going to blind him in hopes I can get a trinket, but not. I'm simply not getting DK to stun me while I'm in midair, and I'm running away from the hunter's damage, simply line of sighting it, putting up a recuperate as myself when I can, as if I have calm points with it. So playing rogue is very much like, it's about learning to ignore the damage around you, simply by reducing it or avoiding it in a manner, but staying offensive. Now right here we have a clip coming up. This warrior is spinning for winning, but I'm just gonna go stun him, and here comes up a Shadow Priest, getting me really close low to be able to hit me with Shadow Ward Death. As I'm line of sight in here, I'm going to CC him and then line of sight, hoping to see if I can maybe get some food. I open up my bags as I'm lining around the corner as the drop combat. I guess the combat gets put up back on me and my food bar completely goes away. So now I'm here to fence off against the Shadow Priest. I stealth so you can't see me. As he targets me, you see that I silence him. As he's dealing damage to me, I'm getting real low on health. I pop him into a kidney and I'm dealing damage to him. He's not shrinking in, so I'm here just going fully offensive as best I can. And then I vanish, garrote, deal more damage into, and finish him off real quickly. So you saw with the whole clip, I am either running or popping Feint just for a brief moment, or keeping up recuperate whenever convenient, or if I'm taking a huge onslaught of damage, I'm either using cloak, evasion, or wall in order to mitigate it as much of it as possible. So playing a rogue defensive is all about learning to bypass those offensive abilities so you can stay offensive. So then you can put enemies at a defensive position where they have to back up, they have to pop defensives, they have to watch where they're standing. So then you can control the form of battle. This is one of the things you can do as crowd control. And here you don't actually have to CC, you're controlling where the battle goes, what enemies are doing, and what is being done on the battlefield. This is something that you can do yourself as a rogue, and this is something I would definitely guarantee for you guys to try out yourselves. This is really simple and easy when you think of this as this way. Go offensive, don't go defensive. Just try to shrug off all the damage that's coming at you with abilities. My name is Dalaran, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.